Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria and today I'm going to be talking about the books that I read in November. And today I'll be talking about the books that I read in October. Bit of a different location today. If you have been watching my videos, you'll know I'm usually in front of a bookshelf, but I just finished filming a Throne of Glass series wrap-up and I wanted to be in a place where you could see all the books in a line. And also, it's fucking dark outside, so I needed the lamp that's there that you can't see so that you can see my face. So yeah. The first book that I read in November was The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare. If you've been following my reading for a while, I've been saying this every month, but I am part of Emma Books' Shadowhunters Read-Along, where we are reading every book by Cassandra Clare leading up to Queen of Air and Darkness in preparation for that final book. So I read The Bane Chronicles. Overall, I didn't really like them. I think I gave it 3 out of 5 because they were sort of good, but like I tried to actually read it and found that really difficult, so I started just listening to the audiobook while I was knitting. Some of the later stories I liked better. The first few were kind of a miss for me. I love Magnus Bane as a character, so I thought that I was gonna love this, but I don't know if it's because they're written by like 3 different authors, and I don't know how much each author worked on each story, but oh yeah, by the way, this is a collection of short stories about Magnus Bane, if you didn't know. But yeah, I feel like some of them, Magnus's character felt very off in some ways, almost to the point of being annoying, like just very over the top and silly, and I couldn't get into it. But yeah, there were still some in there that were real gems, especially the ones with Alec, and you get a little bit of backstory about what's going on in their lives during the series that's from Clary's perspective, so we don't really see that otherwise. The second book that I read this month was My Name is Asher Lev by, and I'm gonna say his name wrong, Chaim Potok? Oh my gosh. I know I'm slaughtering that. I don't have it with me because I lent it to a friend, so there it is. This follows Asher Lev, who is a Hasidic Jew in sort of like post-World War II New York. Very traditional Jewish community. They do not approve of art, and he is a 10-year-old art prodigy. It follows his early life, I think up till he's like 18, and the tension between his religious values and his need to do art and how he meshes those together. I went into this book feeling like I would hate it because there are no dragons, but I came out loving it. Like, it had me sobbing like a little baby in the first chapter and the last chapter. The middle was a little slow, but it's great. I recommend. It is more literary, so again, it's thematically driven rather than plot driven, but it's quite beautiful and very ambiguous, which I really enjoy. It kind of leaves you to make up your own mind about Asher's decisions and what the right thing to do is. Now, the last 3 books, so I read 5 books this month, I'm going to talk about them all together because they're all from the same series, I'm sure you realized in this thumbnail. Throne of Glass. So I started rereading this series. I'm wearing a onesie right now, just in case you were wondering. So this series I was rereading in preparation for the coming of this book, which came out October 23rd. Oh my gosh, I said the books that I read in November and it's just, fuck. The books I read in October. Ugh. I'm gonna have to fix the beginning of this video. If you don't know what this series is, I don't know what you're doing on my channel. I'm just kidding. This book follows Selena Sardathian, who is an assassin, but also she's the lost queen of a magical land, and this is her journey to getting her magical land back. I'm not gonna like go into detail because I don't want to spoil the individual plots. Also, like I said, I'm doing a series wrap-up, so most of my thoughts, spoilery thoughts, will be there. Queen of Shadows, I think I gave it like 4 out of 5. I think this is one of the better ones in the series, although Heir of Fire is still the best. I like it, but it's starting to get a little weird for me. Empire of Storms, I read next. This is like 800 pages, oh no, 700 pages or something, and I binged this in a night. I don't recommend that. My eyes were like crossed by the end of it. This is one of my least favorite in the series. I feel like it had a lot of potential, but the execution was not the greatest, and there's a lot of smut in it, and I'm not here for that. But this is essential to continue on with the series. The next one in the series is Tower of Dawn, but I ran out of time before Kingdom of Ash came out, so I skipped Tower of Dawn because I read it, I think, last December, so it was still pretty fresh in my mind. And lastly, I read Kingdom of Ash, which is the concluding book in the Throne of Glass series, and this will remain spoiler-free, this video, because I know a lot of people haven't finished it yet, but overall, it is very beautiful. It was a good ending. I enjoyed it. I think I ranked it like 3rd in the series overall. And again, I am posting a series wrap-up so you can hear more of my thoughts there, but that will also be non-spoilery, so if you want my every bit of detail spoilery thoughts / review of Kingdom of Ash, then make sure to check out my Kingdom of Ash reading vlog. It's fucking long. It's like an hour and 23 minutes or something. So if you want to go in depth with me and this book, then check that out. That is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.